Hello and welcome back to the Movie Soup channel. Today I would like to review the movie Event Horizon from 1997, directed by Paul William Scott Anderson. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that this movie is one of my all-time best sci-fi horrors, and today I would like to explore why. This review is going to be full of spoilers, so if you have not seen this movie yet, the only thing I can say without spoiling it for you is that if you liked Hellraiser back in the day and enjoy the style of the 1990s sci-fi movies, you will enjoy this one as well. Now onto the review part we go. I have to say that a picture of this movie, some actor's performance and the idea is what I found really interesting and nice. I also do not like rewatching this movie, as every time I do that I get reminded of all the bad this movie has. It seems that my memory chooses to preserve the parts of this movie that I find good, so let's start with them. The idea of coming up with a dimensional drive, going wrong and slamming your Pioneer ship into another hellish dimension is great. As I said, if you like the movies like the Hellraiser, the idea in this one is very much the same, except that instead of dealing with extra-dimensional Cenobites, here you deal with a sentience from an extra dimension that seems to have the exact same intent. And of course, instead of a puzzle box, you deal with a spaceship. I wish this movie was a bit braver and explored that extra dimension and its influence on people a bit more. We only see glimpses of what happened to the original crew and a little bit of an effect it has on the rescue peeps. Either have striking difference between the levels of degradation. The original crew is briefly showed butchering each other while the rescue crew has to deal with their visions. Dr. Weir also seems to go from 0 to 100 in a matter of few hours, which are shown by his meaningful stares and a couple of visions. I would have preferred the movie put in a little more effort into showing how one goes from a seemingly normal human being to an absolutely messed up madman clawing his eyes out and butchering others. Next, the setting. The visuals are very typical of the 1990s sci-fi space movie settings, which kind of adds to the charm of the movie. Some funky CGI here and there, but it seems the director mostly stuck to practical setups and used the artificial gravity trick to save us the wire trouble. I like how creepy the Event Horizon ship design is. It looks somewhat like a psych ward from the outside, especially the bridge part of it. The medical bay is straight out from the horror movies, and the engine bay is something creepy, mesmerizing and gory at the same time. There is some good acting from Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill, but it seems that the good acting was coming through only when the two were allowed to improvise or the scenes they were in were not heavily scripted, and this takes us to the bad. The plot and the execution of it. It is an absolute Yet, why would you send a rescue crew for your super secret high-profile vessel without proper brief and prep? Why would the crew, which I presume are military of sorts, act like a ragtag group of space pirates? Why would there be so much hostility towards the doctor, client or VIP essentially from the get-go? Why would the captain go out on the initial ship search and not coordinate the efforts from his own command deck with assistance from the expert, the doctor? Why would your super advanced spaceships rely on some one-off CO2 scrubbers and have no backups, even the ones as simple as candles, such as the ones used on the submarines? Why would a well-trained and tightly knit rescue crew have so little control over a rogue civilian? Why would the rescue crew have no arms or other self-protection equipment, especially when being aboard the ship that the bioscanner failed to properly analyze? Why would you not keep your group together after realizing something is amiss and most of you even have hallucinations? Why would you try to retrieve anything from around the danger zone when abandoning the ship? Why would you risk your own extra dimension travel plans if you're in complete control? Anyway, I have many more other questions that all pop up in my head every time I rewatch this flick. The good thing is that all of them fade quickly and I remember only the good parts. To sum things up, this movie has a very nice core idea, a pretty interesting, gritty and gory execution which is typical of 1990s sci-fi style and atmosphere, and if you're a fan of gore, you won't find nearly as much as in some other prominent movies, but if you like sci-fi and feel nostalgic towards the 1990s, most definitely give this one a try. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, a goodbye.